What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. You guys been requesting that I work on the TLX, so I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do two videos. One's gonna be with the air suspension, and then the other is maintenance stuff. Because this car is due for a lot of maintenance. I recently hit 100K on it, so I have to do the water pump. I need to replace this boot down here. That thing's been destroyed for a while, so I got a new one of those. And I need to do the transmission flush, so that's gonna be on the next video. I'm gonna show you guys how to do all of that. So the reason why I'm working on the air suspension is because my compressor in the back is starting to go out. And also the front leader lines are leaking. When I let the car sit overnight, the air tank just drains. I think it's time to refresh everything. I'm also gonna redo the trunk setup. I want this to look more cleaner, and I never throw groceries back here because I'm scared of it hitting everything. So the game plan is that I'm gonna take this tank and mount it up here, as well as the manifold, and then the compressors. One of my friends brought their vehicles into my shop, and I saw that they put their compressors in here. So I'm gonna copy them and we're gonna go with that. This is gonna be a very clean build. So there is about 4 clips up here, I think. So now we got the trunk liner almost out. Just have to pull down like that. There's a little slit. So now once you got that pulled down, come to the back and there's 3 clips. 1, 2, and then 3. It might be best to probably do the rivets here. I'm gonna have to figure that out off camera. I'm gonna give y'all the sauce though, so y'all don't have to mess around with it. So if you're wondering about my setup, it's very simple. I just have one compressor, the manifold here, and then the tank. This is actually off of a Walmart TV stand, and I just Velcroed it down. But I just took the Velcro off, so that's why it's sliding. So if you guys want to copy this, I would go ahead and do this. This is really easy to do. If you check out my air suspension install video, it'll walk you through on how to copy this setup. I don't have the tank mounted up yet, but this is how I set up the brackets. If you guys want the link to these, check the description. I'm gonna label everything for you guys. There's a hole here for the clips, and I just used this bolt. If you guys want to go to Harbor Freight and pick this up, that would be helpful too, so you guys can just follow along. I just put that in the hole just to mount it. Whenever I mount it fully, I'm gonna put washers here and use a locking nut on top. This is gonna help me be able to mark the holes and drill them. I would recommend taking out the trunk trim right here. To remove this, you're gonna have to take out your seat, and then the side trims, it's just one 10mm push up, and then there's also some side covers right here. This clip right here, it's very hard to get out, and basically all you have to do is just push them together. Get a pick, push one side in, and you can push the other with your finger and pull it out. It's gonna take a couple tries, but it's pretty hard, guys. And then this piece, there's a bunch of clips, as you can see. But once you get all this popped out and you're able to pull it and flop it, all you have to do is pull up a bit and then pull towards you, because these clips right here go into these holes, and that's what it slides out of. So now you have all of this exposed so you can see what you're drilling through. Please do not forget to wear your goggles and your mask. You do not want to get this in your eyes or breathe it in either. I don't think it needs to be perfectly straight, but as long as it's consistent, like this not like this and then that one straight, you'll be fine. I'm pretty much going to choose what nut I want to use, and I think I'm going to end up using the 5/16, same one as the ones that we put up here. Be sure you pick up one of these. I got it from Harbor Freight, of course. We're going to use the 5/16, as you can see. Okay, so we're going to stop at this one right here. Go nice and slow, guys. Okay, that's it. Okay, there we go. I got boiling hot metal shavings on me. Alright, perfect. Oh, I keep burning myself. So some of you guys might be stuck on this where you're trying to put the nut on this bolt. So all you have to do is just take off the speaker, and it's just 10mm for them, and you pull it up, and there's also a connector on the bottom. Since you got that speaker out, you can now fish your hand through here and put some tension on this bolt so it doesn't spin while you're trying to install your nut. And for this side, I'm going to do the same as well. I think it's better to have the studs facing downwards so it doesn't hit the trim. Well, it's time to see how this thing fits on. Oh wow, the way that the tank goes onto these clamps is perfect. It's not slanted or crooked. I'm gonna head to Home Depot again to get some more hardware. Definitely gonna need some washers. I mean, look at this. The kit comes with these straps, and it goes on like this. I'm back, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and start mounting this. So I already drilled the holes. It's gonna be 2 holes here already for the clips. I used this hole right here and drilled it out to the 15/16, and then the holes finally lined up. So I put my 2 bolts in and then drilled my rear holes. And we went to Home Depot and got all the hardware, so I'm gonna go ahead and mock this up. I knew I was gonna need my electric ratchet. For some reason I didn't bring it this time. So now here's the tricky part. So you're gonna have to like finesse the wrench underneath. Thank God for these holes. As you can see, we have the mount on pretty strong, and then I got these tightened as well. So we're gonna do some easy stuff and install this, so hopefully that goes well. All the hardware is working beautifully. So now I'm just gonna oh man, it's gonna move around a lot. I already know this thing's gonna probably do this when we're driving. This is pretty much how it's gonna look roughly, but for now it's looking pretty legit. It's hanging. Shout out to my boy Joe for helping me mount the compressors. I just got it in the trunk. What you're gonna have to do is shave off this side, and there's gonna be a middle piece. You're gonna have to cut that off too and pull it out. Right now I'm gonna see what to do with the lines. So here's the game plan. It's gonna go into this T-fitting, and I'm gonna have one elbow here, and it'll just be 1/4 line that goes straight into the tank. It's gonna fill up slower. I think that's honestly the cleaner look. I would like for these lines to go into the tank, but there's no room. All right guys, so I'm back. It's been a couple days, but I got these clamps. I'm gonna end up using these to hold the tank because it shakes so much. Let's go ahead and get these on. Check it out, guys. This has got the clamps on there. It seems more secure than those old straps over there. So now I'm gonna get into installing the second compressor harness. Looks like we have to run it to the battery again. Currently, I have just this right here, which is already hooked up to the battery. This is a good opportunity for me to show you guys how to run this line if you guys have not installed compressors. So let's go ahead and get into the install. First off, take off this side piece. So you can just peel this back a little bit. It should just pop out. Pull that out. You can see the harness is running down here, and you're gonna need to pop this thing out too. It pops out like that. And over here you can go ahead and pull this out too. Looks like we got to get one more clip. And now we can take this out. Put that there. Now you have all this room to work with to hide your harness. As you can see, I just shoved mine on the side here, and it runs to the back. It is such a mess in here, you guys. Thank God I got the fender liner on. You want to see how I ran my lines? This is pretty much how I did it. The braided wire right here is my compressor. So this is your hood release, I believe. And then my compressor wire. 2 lines for the fronts. Let's get this light in here and see if we can see through the cabin. I'm gonna see if I can see the light in here, which I can. Here's a little bit of light. It's gonna run the line here. It's gonna go on top of the fender liner, and it's gonna go inside of the engine. But basically my line runs underneath the air box. That's how you guys do that. But let's take the air box off real quick. You know what, never mind. Do not take the air box off yet. There should be like a little plug in there, which is the hood release. Just pay close attention where the wires are running through. So I have it through that hole right there, and then you can pull it like this. There isn't that much of a clearance. It's really crammed in there. I'm just gonna pull it through. Oh, there we go. And yeah guys, this thing will just go to the back of the trunk. Once I get all this pulled up underneath the battery, I'm gonna show you guys how to splice everything like how I did. This is not the best way to do it. This is what they give you. They give you these little butt connectors that you can crimp. I would recommend picking one of these up at Harbor Freight. Stick your wire through here, squeeze right here, and that is actually a perfect amount of wire. So we need to make sure that the positive wire has a fuse and then the butt splice. I have my fuse right here. That should be fine. I'm gonna just shove it in there. All right, that should be okay right there. Yeah, I'm pulling on that pretty hard, y'all, so that's not coming out. Goes to the end of this right here. All right, that's okay. This should be a good amount right there, as you can see. Honestly, you could just take this nut off all the way and spin this out. We're gonna take these 2. You can just mess with this later and tuck it however. Whew, your boy a little stinky. Shout out to Axe. Now we're gonna do our black harness, and it's just one of these. You have one naked and afraid wire. I'm gonna link y'all a better version. This sheep tool kind of sucked at cutting. Boom. Grab your crimp tool. Crimp this boy or girl, whatever you are. These days in her. I got all of this ran through. So let me show you guys that actually, how I did it. Pretty much, I just have it through here. And then I'm following this harness and then back into the trunk. I'm thinking about following this harness right here. It's sneaking it through this hole. We need to hide this wire somehow. I'm thinking about just tucking on this side here behind the carpet. Figure it out and let you guys know so you guys can copy me. I just got the lines ran. And if you guys want to see how I did it, it just goes to the side like this. And I have this running through that hole right there. I've actually cleaned this up as well. I put new clips in. So this is all good. I replaced these fittings for the leader lines. And I got the air box back in, as well as my terminals. So we're gonna start the car in a little bit and let the tank build up some air pressure. And we're also gonna check if anything's leaking. You have to push down on something. Yeah, there we go. So we do setup, compressor, and dual. We have dual now. Let's go see if the compressors are turning on. Oh, this one's open. Yeah, both of these are leaking, so I need to tighten it some more. Oh my, that's not leaking no more. And it looks good, it's not leaking. And here's my girlfriend drawing the Kirby. Very nice. So I just fixed the leak. I just had to redo the Teflon tape. I didn't route it the right way. So that's good, that's not leaking no more. And the other issue with the compressor not working was because of my plug right here. So I just need to plug that in and check my wiring again, and it should work. All right, y'all, I done goofed. So I'm looking through the Latino schematics right now. I noticed this wire right here. Second compressor signal wire. That makes a lot of sense. This white wire right here, pretty long wire, so we can still tuck this. So let's go ahead and do that. Plug it in. There we go. Now the controller has signal. Hell yeah, they're both working. But look, we have this thing now, so it's gonna be quiet. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys when this whole car is cleaned up. Thing is a mess. Just one more thing, I want to show you guys how I routed the wires and how I just tried to organize everything. So I just ran it along with this harness right here. But you just want to like follow that, and as long as you follow that harness, you shouldn't have an issue point on this side part of the seat. These two front air lines for the front leaders run through that hole. But here's how it looks like. It's very clean. And then the rear air lines, I ran them up right there and cut a hole in the fabric, and just runs up like that. Very, very simple. I want to show you guys a tip when installing this pillar piece right here that goes in the back. There's going to be a hook, so be sure you get that hook in the slot. And also this piece is going to be out, just push it in like that. Just take your time, make sure all your clips are good and not broken. What I like to do is I like to slide it in, get that slot, and you can just push it in. Oops, the headliner is kind of fixed that. And you can put your weather stripping back in. And now you can install these side things right here, side seats, where I don't even know what to call them. Well, I hope you're watching this video before you do whatever I do, because I just found out that the way I had the compressor mounted before is not the way you're supposed to do it. So I had mine like this one, it's on the unacceptable range. Apparently if you do it like this, a bunch of wire can get trapped in the manifold. It's better to do it the acceptable or ideal way. I ghetto rigged it, so it's held on by zip ties, but it's pretty sturdy. So now the calibration is working like it should. Now it's checking the fronts. I'll be able to drive my AC Beast. So glad about that. I still gotta do all the other maintenance stuff to it. I don't know, I'm gonna record a video on it because I need to do it like soon. So yeah, I'm gonna let this thing calibrate and then just go from there. I'll see you guys in a little bit. What's good, y'all? So if you saw that video that I recorded was about a year ago, and right now is August 30th, 2025. I wanted to explain the tank setup a bit more. As you can see, I have all my airlines right here. As you can see, I have these brass fittings right here. Just there just to make it easier, because I didn't know how much I needed to cut. To make it easier on myself, I bought these. These two lines right here go to the front of the vehicle. Back here are the rear airlines. And again, I have the brass fittings right here. And they run into the trunk right here. If I were to pull this up, there's like a drain plug in the trunk. I drilled a hole in the trunk on that plastic drain plug. That's where the lines for the rear air struts come from. Very simple setup, guys. And it looks so good, and it's been super reliable. The two compressors are great. Fills up the tank in like 10 seconds. And I'm just grateful to have all that stuff. So here's how the RSX is looking so far. It's been a while since you guys seen it, but it looks so different. So I feel like I owe you guys a little explanation of where I've been. And in short, I quit my job as a mechanic so I can go to school to be a firefighter. But that doesn't mean I want to end my automotive journey there. I still want to learn how to work on cars. I wanted to get into painting cars, so hopefully in the future, whenever I get some more money, we can go ahead and do that. Right now, I'm currently in school to be an EMT, and then I can work my way up to paramedic and then be a firefighter. I want to work for my local fire department, so that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, guys. Nothing much. One of my friends, Kevin, he has a YouTube channel. I'll put it right here, you guys check it out. He shouted me out, put me in a video, and I saw that a lot of people still recognize me. My driveway, and the garage, and my cars. And that gave me some glimmer of hope. I'm not trying to get big or anything. Whenever you're doing something for money, it's not as fun, but now I'm actually doing it because I want to do it for fun, if that makes sense. So I do want to continue making some videos, and I actually have so much content to edit for you guys, so hope you guys stay tuned for that. I don't know if the videos are going to be as consistent like a weekly basis, so just bear with me. I'm still in school and I'm trying to make time for it. But yeah, I don't want to leave you guys hanging, and I just want to be transparent with you guys and let you guys know what I've been up to. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Next one, we're going to work on the maintenance stuff on the TLX. We're going to do the water pump, lower ball joints, valve adjustment, and spark plugs. A lot more stuff too, I'm sure, but that's what I remember off the top of my head. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. Peace out, y'all.